Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today we're going to start the almost the second last topic from this chapter, chapter number 6 that we are going to discuss here. Now we are on your textbook page number, that is 212. 212, that is your textbook page number. So today's topic is about catalysts. Okay, so let's see in detail what are these, or how they work, and what is their importance. And second topic that we're also going to discuss, that is about the activation energy. So let's see about the catalyst. You have already made catalysts on page 47 and 145. Can you remember which type of metals and their compounds that you already discussed and learned about them from page number 47 and 145? Make good catalysts. We use catalysts to reduce cost in the chemical industry. This is little bit words, you can say that tells us about the importance. So before to going to discuss its proper definition, I just want to take you on the link that is here. The student join us. Please open this link. When you open the link, this window will pop up in front of you. So everyone, please open this link. Thank you very much. Ahmad Musab, yes, my dear. What you wanna ask? Yes, Mr. Ahmad.
Mister, we didn't learn page 210 and 211.
We're done. Maybe. Okay, don't worry. I will explain again if there is any problem. Okay. No problem about that. Okay. Now let's see about the catalyst. What is this one? What is a catalyst? How catalysts work, and define activation energy. So these are three topics that we're going to discuss one by one in detail. So let's start the definition of a catalyst. Any substance, anything that increase the rate of reaction, or you can say that speed up the reaction. Any substance that increase the rate of reaction, number one thing. Second, without itself being consumed, but it will not consumed. For example, there is a reaction between A plus B that convert into C plus D. This reaction takes, you can say that, almost 10 minutes. Okay, this reaction takes 10 minutes, but when you're going to add a catalyst, for example, you add a catalyst C, that is a catalyst. Okay, when you add this catalyst, what it done, it convert your reactants into products instead of 10 minutes, maybe in 5 minutes. Okay, so this a simple working of a catalyst. So increase the rate of reaction, okay, without itself being consumed, or you can say that this will going more quickly. So till here, if you have any question about a catalyst, please raise your hand, otherwise type no. Everyone, please. Yes, Muhammad Musab, sorry, Ahmad Musab. Yes, my dear.
Mister, it's a catalyst. It's like a chemical compound or
Yes, any substance, anything, maybe a living substance, a chemical substance, or a living thing, because these are also present in human body. Enzymes are the examples. So we will discuss in detail in biology. You read about them already. Okay. So let's see. Okay, thank you very much. So here again, another definition that is little bit in detail. So let's see with the help of these examples. A catalyst is a substance in which increase the thermodynamic feasible reaction rate while remaining unaltered at the end of the reaction. What it means, for example, or you can see this one, a substance which alters the speed of chemical reaction by its presence, although not being consumed significantly, itself is not consumed. Look, this A and B, these are two reactants. So you can see here, and this is a catalyst. Okay, anything. Now, after the addition of this one, they convert into an intermediate, or we can call them surface reaction going on. After this, it's convert product and reaction going on. You get your product, and the catalyst again comes back from here to again for reuse. Understand? Catalyst, an act of 1936. The word catalysis comes from two Greek words. Kata mean down, lysis mean split or break. Understand? To denote the breaking down of the normal forces which inhibit the reaction of molecule. This is little bit, you can say that the advanced definition of the catalyst. Now, I'm going to take you back on your textbook. So you can see here again the proper definition of catalyst. Catalyst is a substance which speeds up a chemical reaction. At the end of the reaction, the catalyst is chemically unchanged. There is no change in the catalyst. Hope you understand about this. If you have any question, please raise your hand. Okay, well done. Very nice. That's good. Rakan. Yes, Mr. Rakan, please.
Mister, when you say means of laces, split or break, what means
Yeah,
split?
it's broken down. Okay, lysis mean broken down. Split mean, for example, you have this one block. Okay, if somebody say you split it or break down, you can split it like this. Okay, it will split into two parts. Lysis mean splitting or
Break
break
it.
down. What you say?
Like break it down.
Yeah, break it down. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. No problem, my dear. Okay, now let's move to the next part of this. So we can get more product in a certain time, as I explained you, using a suitable catalyst. But keep it in your mind, for each reaction, there is a specific type of catalyst. You can't use only one catalyst in every type of reaction. No, this is specific. Understand? You can't use all types of the reaction, but with the help of only one catalyst. How can, have you ever seen a damaged car that has been repaired with filler? So you can understand very well. Car repair kits use a catalyst to harden the filler quickly, because the filler that you use to fill up for the paint and like this, if it take long time, like a paint, you use this paint, if you add specific type of thing that let your paint to dry quickly, this with the help of catalyst. Look at the instruction for from a repair kit. So you can see here the instruction of use the filler set in a few minutes. So that is catalyst is mixed. So you can mix this catalyst in the filler and it will dry quickly. Okay, do you need to use a lot of catalyst? Why must you prepare the surface before you mix the filler and catalyst? Because the amount that you mix, it let the filler to dry quickly. So that's the reason first you prepare the surface where you use the filler. Why should you only mix the amount that you plan to use? Not much. You should know that what amount is needed and how you going to use this one. After that, there is an experiment. So before to go how a catalyst works, let's see this experiment and what we conclude from this. So there are a couple of assignments are also for you. Keep it in your mind so that you need to use. Okay. breaking down hydrogen peroxide. Keep it in your mind. This is a chemical formula of hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide. Pour some hydrogen peroxide solution into a boiling tube, this one, and you're going to add. So what do you see around the inside of the tube? This is your first assignment. Second, are the bubbles coming quickly, forming? It will take time, or it will slow like this. The solution gives off oxygen gas at its breaks down. What you get? Oxygen. This you can see that. And you don't forget what mentioned here. This is the state of the oxygen. So these bubbles coming out. Okay, so you can see in the first. So hydrogen peroxide. Now the solution gives the oxygen gas as it breaks down. Try testing for oxygen gas with a glowing, and what happened? You will observe this and you will find what happened during this one. Now add a magnesium oxide and test for oxygen again. Now what you're going to do here in the second, in same solution, now you add magnesium oxide, and what happened here? What happened as soon as you add the magnesium oxide? Did you glowing split or lighted or light this time? Because you know very well, when from here only you can see that a minimum or 4 bubbles comes of oxygen, and you know that for burning you need oxygen. Okay, so this oxygen that moves up with the lighted split, or that will glow not more. But here when you put this here, it will glow more. Because why? When you're going to add magnesium oxide in this one, they're going to speed up the reaction, and from here you get more bubbles and more oxygen will light it more. Okay, because it gives you more oxygen. So let's discuss in detail. We saw that the magnesium oxide catalyzes the reaction. Notice that the catalyst does not actually appear in the equation. We can write it above the arrow. So you can see here, we just write this magnesium oxide here. We don't use this in equation, okay, because it's not used up in the reaction. Showing there during the reaction, how can you get the magnesium oxide back to use again after this reaction? It is impossible in water, or insoluble in water, or is it possible to get out from the reaction? Okay, so till here, any question? Please raise your hand, otherwise type no. That's great. Okay, excellent. Yeah, Mr. Rami. Yes, Mr. Rami. Yes, Rami.
Yeah, Mister, I don't understand manganese, or what is this manganese?
Magnesium oxide. From where you don't understand about the magnesium oxide?
Yeah, Mister, how it's came and how I will make it, and how
Yeah, okay, okay, no problem.
like that.
I know, because the time is not normal. So you just go to Google and find the experiment in which we use hydrogen peroxide like this, and also reaction in the water, and what happened when you're going to add magnesium oxide in it. So you can easily understand. Till you don't understand, I will explain this again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Now, after that, we move to next page, how catalysts work. And inshallah, from here, you should also understand about this. Okay, before to go and understand this all, please everyone, open the link that I share with you. When you open the link, the window will pop up in front of you, is that one. So you can see here easily about the working, or how you can say that a catalyst work. A catalyst is a substance which speeds up a chemical reaction at the end of the reaction, the catalyst is chemically unchanged. So the working, or you can say that the mechanism, how going on, let's see this. Before, you can say that the reactant can turn into product, need enough energy to start off the reaction. Sometimes particles with low energy can collide but not react. You know very well, as I explained you about the collision theory, in which we know that the particles, if collide with themselves, and if the collision is effective, then they will convert into reactants. Otherwise, they will bounce back. So what the catalysts do, the presence of catalyst, a substance that increase a chemical reaction rate without being consumed in the chemical reaction. There is another definition of catalyst: increase reaction rate by providing alternative reaction pathway that have lower activation energy. So actually what it do, it's going to lower down the activation energy than the original uncatalyzed pathway. What it's mean? Before to go and discuss all, I'm going to explain you activation energy. So please everyone, this the definition of activation energy. Kindly everyone concentrate here, okay? If you understand the activation energy, you know the role of catalyst, actually what catalysts do. So let's see about the activation energy. The minimum energy needed to start a reaction is called activation energy. Activation energy, we wrote capital E in the subscript, we write A, is the minimum energy needed to start a chemical reaction. What it's mean? For example, you have a couple of wood and some, you can say that wood piece, you want to burn them. So what you need? You need to activate them. For example, you have fuel, you have oxygen, but fire is not started. So what you need this lighter, okay, that supplies the activation energy. Understand? So the activation energy is needed, that will give fire, and then the reaction is started. So that is an activation energy. Now I'm going to take you back on the main topic, where we going to discuss how this reaction going on. So you can say here a catalyst. Yes, Ahmad Tahir, I let you to join, but I don't know why you are still in the waiting room. Okay, so you can see here in this diagram easily, and you will understand about the role of a catalyst. A catalyst lower the activation energy. For example, this is a graph. Here you can see that the energy, and this is reaction is going to in progress. These are your reactants like A and B, and they will convert into product like this C, that is the product. But before to convert into product, they need this energy. They need to move till here, okay? And this is called your activation energy. If you want to reach till here, then your reaction will start it, and then it will convert into product. That is very easy. This whole reaction is without a catalyst. But when you're going to add a catalyst in the form of enzyme, for example, that is a type of catalyst, what it do, it's lower down. Before it was here, now addition of the enzyme or a catalyst, it will lower down the activation energy, so that car move more easily, and it will convert into the product. So that is simply activation energy. What it do, it's lower the activation energy, so that's make your reaction more quickly and more fastly. So till here, if you have any question, Please raise your hand, otherwise type no in the chat. Everyone, please. Well done. Good. That's great. Everyone. Okay. So now let's see. Do you remember the energy level diagram from page number 196? They show us the energy change when substances react together. But before reactants can turn into products, they need enough energy to start off the reaction. Actually, that is the activation energy that need to start a chemical reaction. On page number 211, we said that sometimes particles with low energy can collide, but no reaction. It means the collision is ineffective, not effective. It's like lighting a gas copper. We need to supply energy from a spark or a match, like a lighter, before the gas start to burn. Same like here the reactants, before addition of any catalyst, they need this amount of activation energy. Look, without a catalyst, when you're going to add a catalyst, what happened? You can see here the energy goes down. So now these reactants need only this amount of energy to convert into. So what is an activation energy? The minimum amount of energy needed to start a reaction is called activation energy. So till here, my dear students, any question, please raise your hand, otherwise type no. Quickly, everyone. Well, that's good. That's great. Excellent. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. So now the last part of this topic, let's see here and also try to understand these couple of more examples. One is about the tunnel and moving from up. Now look at the energy level diagram. Once an exothermic reaction starts, it provides the energy itself to keep the reaction going. A catalyst lower the activation energy. Actually, what a catalyst do, it's lower down the activation energy. If this car as a reactant, if it's going to move from here, it means no catalyst group. But with the addition of a catalyst, what it do, it's lower down the activation energy and give a new path. So it will move from here and you can get your product from here. Very easy. So a catalyst make it easier for particles to react. Number one, you can think of it like a high jump competition. If you lower the bar, a lot more people can jump over it, while a lot more particles have enough energy to react. So you can see here in a simple way, here no catalyst, very difficult to jump. But if it will be lower down or bar will be little bit less height, with catalyst you can say that more people can easily jump from one side to another side. So till here, my dear student, any question, please you can raise your hand, otherwise type no. Hurry up. So now it's a time for little bit assignment. So everybody, please, this an investigation, or you can say that as an assignment, you need to do this one. Number one, here are two problems to investigate. Which one? Which metal oxide catalyze the breakdown of hydrogen peroxide? That is number one. Second, that you need to do, does the amount of catalyst affect the rate at which hydrogen peroxide breakdown? Very easy. You can find the answer of the question from Google even. And what do you predict will happen? How will you make it a and safe test? Then the second last, how will you judge how quickly the hydrogen peroxide break down? Check your plan with your teacher before you start. So it is little bit hard to perform, okay, because you know that no physical school still. Was your prediction correct? After that, you will also tell the answer. So that is all about today's lesson. So any question, please raise your hand. Otherwise, type no.